Okay, so here we are with Eric, the Messiah of the Church of Schlappi. Hello, Eric.
Am I worshiping myself?
Well, yeah, I'm a fellow member of the church also. So, Eric, how you been doing in Superbooth? What you have found interesting? What you have done? Are you happy to be here?
These are complicated questions. This is maybe the 8th time at Superbooth.
Oh wow! Okay.
I need more club mate. That's,
oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's wonderful to talk to people here.
Really nice, yeah. Okay, so yeah, obviously you know Eric is releasing a new module, which is a triple slope based on boundary, which is really cool, and we have some extra features. We're not really gonna talk about that because there's all over the place, and we love it. By the way, we have Julian right there doing some stuff. But anyway, I wanted to talk with you, Eric, a little bit more about in depth about the things we discussed the other day about the binary subsystem and how you are feeling like inspired to keep expanding your system based on that idea. So my first question is, what you are in the concept or in a high level component, how you envision what will be the next things you need to or you have on the open, what you're thinking now on your mind?
So the original idea for the system had a lot, like I spent years working on this FPGA-based oscillator, which got my head into thinking about like the fundamentals of computing. So the first one, the Nibbler, was kind of realizing that like, so you were just talking about integrators, but the digital version of this is an accumulator. And there wasn't really in Eurorack just like an accumulator. And I wasn't really sure what it would be good for. I just knew that it would be powerful.
It's a basic building block.
Because it's a basic building block. And
actually, yesterday in the night, I was thinking about the Nibbler, and I said, yeah, you can do addition, subtraction, and multiplication because you can shift. So you can do lots of stuff. Not everything, but a lot of stuff with the Nibbler.
And there's so I've been when I was first telling people about this idea, they were kind of like
weird,
but like so I've been going in like at a couple months ago I was at a show, the Buchla and Friends one, and there was a bunch of people who came to look at it, and who had never used Eurorack. And I was like, I don't know if I'm the person you want to talk to, really. But then it turned out that these people were engineering professors, and as soon as they saw the Nibbler, they're like, oh, I understand this. And I keep getting this sort of feedback from computer science people that like I'm onto something with this, and that instead of like just trying to create a logic system, I should be trying to create a 4-bit computer. So your question about the next thing, I think what I need is the program counter. And then maybe some program storage of some sort.
Program settings or program. I get it. Okay,
And the bit mix is the current ALU, but I think there's ways that we could have a more powerful ALU in the system. And then it's a little bit tricky because my general design philosophy is I create something that illustrates some sort of concept, but there also needs to be like a really obvious like traditional use for it. Like the Nibbler does some like pretty traditional modulation type stuff for pattern generation, and the bitmix serves this function of like, in my voice I'm turning on and off drum voices with it and being able to mute and control my gate streams. So there's certain things like trying to figure out, like, I need more clock dividers, but I want them to be somehow part of this this concept instead of just a clock divider. It needs to be, and there's other things in this world too.
When I got my first two Schlappis and my system, Interstellar Radio and 100 grid, I thought, yeah, this guy is all about distortion and noise and all of that. And looking what you are focusing on now, the system, which is a binary subsystem, started saying, okay, this is weird how this is connected, but actually, I'm thinking that somehow also those, at least in Interstellar Radio, is like some sort of simulation of modulation and demodulation of data over high frequencies on a pulse trains of square waves. So it's also there are also like information theory concepts over there. 100 grid is just a circuit bend that sounds amazing and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But so it was already there. Yeah, some concepts that you want to explore about this, about information theory in general. Yeah.
It's a lot more interesting to me if the module represents something aside from a musical concept, but something like scientific concepts are more. It's fun. It's something to dig your brain into, and especially with the 4-bit computing stuff. The more I show it to people, like, I do want each module to have some sort of obvious self-contained thing, but like, I think that as long as I do my research and maybe dig deeper into vintage computing, that these the blocks that are used in the computing principles, they're used because they're powerful.
Yeah.
And I don't actually have to fully understand what it's going to be good for. I just have to implement it correctly, and these computer science people will help me figure out how to use it.
I'm really looking forward to see what's coming. I hope we can continue see how this whole idea, which is a weird mix of art, science, and noise project from you, but. I love weapons of sound destruction. I love your weapons of sound destruction.
Thank you so much.
And it's very interesting. It's a pleasure, Eric, to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.